Hi. Today it's not going to be a picking video. It's going to be my second show and tell video, and this time I will start with this padlock. I wanted to build my own training lock, and I wanted to build it as a Titan padlock, but because it was a bit tricky, I ended up drilling this part, and it's not that pretty, but yeah, it is functional. So, and the holes are not drilled properly for the grab screws, but yeah, it's functional. And I was planning, here you can see some threads. I was planning to put some screws so I can make it a bit better looking, but no, I ended up leaving it like this. And there is another grab screw here, so there are two pins here, so when this grab screw is removed, you can remove the first one and remove the shackle, and if you remove the second one from there, you can disassemble and remove the whole the plug and everything, the pins, and yeah, it's my first practice lock that I built from the Titan puzzle. For the Titan lock as interesting that I built Titan puzzles. So yeah, and now I can use it as a practice lock, and I have a lot of keys because of the puzzle. So this one is like hollow, and yeah, that was my first thing that I wanted to show. The second one is this pinning tray. I 3D printed this one. I will put links for the 3D prints on links in the description. It's a Thingiverse pinning tray, and I end up with this version 7x7. It's a bit smaller, but everything is one place, and it's not that big, the big tray for the pins. So I can show you on the top there all pins from smaller to the bigger one, 8. And I have a standard drivers, longer one, shorter one, and then another key pins in different dimension and different thickness, and then security pins, spools, other spools, sparrow spools, sparrows, mushrooms, serrated ones, what else, some screws, and this for my, I usually put this in my challenge lock because of the deep fall set, and then some dome pins. These are wafer domes, floating wafers, some T-pins, chess sparrows, this is ammunition sparrows, ASA pins, American lock, smaller one, standard one, a different kind of springs. These are wafers for master pinning that I remove if there is on some of the lock. I hate them, of course, everybody hates them. Some grab screws, different types of springs again, drill protection and some other things, and something strange here. So yeah, this is my daily pinning tray for work. When I'm working on the locks, I can grab it and I have everything inside of this. So it's for me it's very cool to have it like this in this small factor. I have the bigger one, but it was not working for me, so this one is perfect. So next thing, yeah, as you know, I started design pinning trays and printing them. So I started with this one, but it was a bit smaller, and it was a test print, the first version. Then I did this one. It's a bit bigger and everything was rounded, but not that a good print. So, and it's higher resolution than usual, just as a test, and I ended up with this one. So this is, and all of these print tray are based on ASA 700, because of the A700 has a bigger plug. So in this case you have a plug holder, then the key, and then this is like tray part on the tray that you can put whatever you want, screws, or this is in this case drill protections, and 7 chambers for A700, of course, 7 pin lock, then the body, and then we have like here C-clip and back part, and this is you can put your follower, and you have more things to put here and there, and maybe I will put links in the description for this one, and you can change the logo if you want, so you can print your own logo or text, or maybe some other thing, some other pocket, I don't know how it's called, to hold some other things. But yeah, I designed it specifically like this because I wanted the key to be like this, and it's somehow like correspond with the chambers and all the 7 pins, the key pins, drivers, and etc. So it's like you can have like one full direct view of the plug, the key, and the pins. So that was my intention, and that's how I did it. And plus you can see here 3 dots, and this is the 3rd version. Here is a 1, I don't know if you can see it, and here's the 2 dots. So that's how I decide to have it 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So yeah, that was the first printing tray that I designed, and the second one is for Abloy Classic or any other Abloy disc or any other disc detainer lock, or disc locks. So this was my first version, bad quality print without logo, and there is no space for the key, or no specific place for the key. So this was the first version, and I ended up with this version. It was I still think I will go with the 3rd version, but I'm not sure. But I'm not using this kind of pinning tray every day or on a daily basis, because usually I'm picking pin tumbler locks, not disc locks. But yeah, this is the one with you can put the key here, and its general is 5 by 4, so it's 20 holes, not holes, things to hold the disc. Come on. And there is +2 because some Abloy Classic, they have 11 discs. So yeah, you can use this for different things, and there is space here, space there. Maybe I will put this like a bit bigger and maybe round it, so you can put a key like this. Yeah, we'll see. But I tried to, as you can see, I tried 2 colors, but I ended up starting with the wrong layer. So it's like, here is like greenish, and here is a bit yellow, but needed to be like half blue, half yellow. But yeah, I screwed it up. But now when I will print, probably I didn't remake it a bit and print the 3rd version. Maybe I'll do it proper 2 color. But it's very useful in my opinion. It can hold everything and can show everything. So for me, it's like from 1st, 2nd, 3rd till 10th disc. And yeah, that was the 2nd pinning tray that I designed. And I designed one more. It's for pin tumbler lock, but this blue is like crazy looking. It's not showing the how good it is. So I'll try to zoom it a bit. Come on. So yeah, it's like middle of the Serenity ship from Firefly. I already described this because I really like this TV show and the movie, and I decided to build a pinning tray. So these are the engines, and this is the first part, and this is the front and the end. And yeah, there is some I think this is like some antennas, but yeah, I ended up the same plug holder for the asa. So for this is the same one as this one, and 7 chambers, and this part here for putting like other things, and there is no space for a key, but it's, yeah, it's, for me it's a perfect. Probably I will not print anymore because it's not that useful, but it's a pretty good looking one in my opinion. Yeah, so yeah, again I will put this the same these 3D printed 3D designs that I have it in Thingiverse. I will put it in the link down in the description. So yeah, that was my show and tell video number 2. I'm trying a different concepts, so yeah. So in general, this was my 3D printed project plus my my training padlock, Titan training padlock. It's a first design, so I'll probably iterate a couple of more times depending how I want this to be. Yeah, it's still not good looking. I need to make it looking to look beautiful. Put something to cover this, maybe not, maybe it's good enough, and my tray for holding all the pins and the springs. So guys, thanks for watching, and have a nice day, have a nice picking, and bye bye.